8, 5, 1.
Commandant, long time no see. Get ready for a big adventure, as Nanami's joining you on the starship this time. Nanami wishes that humanity would thrive like the stars outside the vessel, dazzling and everlasting. But the past and the future don't seem to be leading us there. It's up to you to bring hope to the future, Commandant. That's why we're traveling through.
I feel like the
time
sound is
together
too low.
to search for
I've
the
already
perfect
popped up the
ending.
volume.
Are you ready? Let's go! First up, the past, where all of this began.
You're here, Commandant. Today's mission went
Okay, so
pretty
we went from
smoothly.
Nanami to
Why don't we take a little
Lucia.
walk? We have some time before we head back, and we've got quite the view here.
But yeah,
It's been a
essentially
while
we
since I
have 2
switched to
S-rank
this frame.
units to summon
Thank you
for.
coming on these standard missions with me, so that I could get used to it quicker, Commandant. Let's take some time off after this mission. You know, just the 2 of us. Finally, some alone time together. I want to make the most of it with you, Commandant.
Lucia, our wife. I mean, considering we have
The
a
last time I was on
a
mission
wedding
with
dress
Costello,
coding, that kind of makes
I
sense.
noticed a handcraft plushie shop. Inside were some pre-Golden Age traditional sewing machines and some lovely plushies. I've been meaning to make a smaller Froggy for you to carry around. The shopkeeper said that Froggy isn't difficult to make, but it'll still take half a day at least. That's why I wanted to take a full day off with you. If it's finished earlier than
So
expected,
now, especially now that
we can
that
even
way
take
is
a stroll around the
yeah.
Constellia marketplace.
I'll talk about those items later.
It's settled then?
I'd rather
When the
prioritize
mission's
this
over,
first.
You owe me a full day off. I'm
Day off?
looking forward to it. Time's almost up. Liv should have compiled a report on the new frame with the combat data we collected by now. Let's check it out. Commandant? Commandant. Another bad dream? I know the last checkup said you're fine, but you should rest up just a bit longer. Guess that means you need me. It's
To be honest, when I first saw this frame for Lucia, her outfit reminded me so much of Nero
I often
Bride.
think about the future. In a world where all the suffering is over, I'll wake up from a relaxing nap. Take a walk in the mountains or by the lakes.
Because like the
In towns with
the
smiling
overall
faces.
silhouette of the outfit
Go
is,
shopping and go on
and of course the
dates.
color palette is very the same. The only thing
friends
that's
in
different
Buffalo.
is she doesn't have the wedding veil.
I want to always be by your side until all our dreams come true.
But I remember when they first unveiled this
Right.
in CN,
Let's gather
that was like the
again
first thing
and
that
throw
popped
a
into my
big
head.
Party together. And of course, collect froggies from all over the world. Commandant? Looks like an emergency. Come on, let's go. Commandant, Grey Raven is ready. Let's get started. Our promise is victory! Let the lotus bloom! Lucia's getting so much stronger than before.
Yep.
Sever ignite!
You know, like a lot of this
variety of
talks
combat
today's
styles
with a
are
bunch of the gacha games is about power creep.
Raven's light!
with the ability to stay
And
active
of course,
for a
there
long
is
time.
power
Their
creep.
damage output is
Pyro
absolutely
does
overwhelming.
power creep hyperreal, but I feel like
Count on me
at
to
least
keep you safe.
depending on how well developed your hyperreal is
Rise
and
to the
how
light. Beyond the mist and the abyss.
how many copies of the new Lucia
Commandant?
you get,
Lucia,
it may affect like how
the data
much the
report is
power
ready.
creep
it's
affects
worth mentioning that you completed the mission 30 minutes
your
earlier than
current
anticipated.
roster and your
Right.
updated roster.
Looks like Lucia is adapting to the new frame well.
Liv and I have done some analysis on the new frame's combat data.
I don't know, I feel like PGR
take a look
handles
together,
power
Combat.
creep a little bit better.
First is the astonishing enhancement brought by the Omega Core. It turns the punishing virus into a rewarding power, greatly increasing mission efficiency in contaminated zones.
With this core, Lucia should also be able to discern the data within the punishing virus and adapt.
Lucia will be
battle
met
as
up for a
needed.
year. Well, you
Lucia's
have to
damage
consider,
dealing
like, we did
capabilities
get
have also been
sped up.
significantly increased.
When you think
With
about
the
it,
energy
like,
being switched to
CN
fire,
has had
this new frame
Lucia
allows more flexibility in combat
for
compared to
almost half a year,
Apart
I
from
think,
the
by
change
this
in
point,
energy,
maybe.
Pyroth can also trigger the unique plasma beam effect.
Blue. Plasma beam effect?
While the effect is active, all of Lucia's skills will deal
So
plasma
in a
beam
sense, you
damage.
could say, like
Isn't Karenina
like
from the
Lucia is
engineering force also
definitely
capable
meta
of something like
relevant
that?
now.
Hopefully, this will improve our collaborations in the future. Combining Lucia's
But
past
like
combat
with the
data
way
with
we're
her
speeding
current
up,
energy,
it won't be as
the
meta
new weapon,
relevant
Flame Wing of
as
Dawn,
long, but I mean
designed with both weight
it's not
and
too much of a
structural
difference, I
integrity
would
in mind.
think.
It has been confirmed to substantially boost Lucia's damage output.
The
So
frame
instead of
also
having
enables
Lucia
new combat
relevant
style.
for like a
With
year and a
power,
half,
Lucia
the
can now
like
engage earthworm
with
enemies as easily as she does ground
CN
ones.
server, the global
With her
server,
signature
since we
move,
pretty
she
much
can
caught
quickly
like
dive
sped
and
up
slam her weapon
about
for
half a year's
massive
content
damage.
worth, or maybe a year's
Recent
content
combat
worth.
data
She
indicates
will be
Pyroth
relevant
gains
for like a
significantly
year
higher
instead of
damage than
a year and a
previous
half.
frames. Lucia's combat capabilities are greatly improved.
Adapting to such a big change.
At the
must
pace
have
we're
taken a lot of
going, we
effort.
will
You've done
probably
well,
catch up
Lucia.
with the CN server
In addition,
sometime around
Lucia's
August.
stealth
That is my
capabilities have reduced the need for
assumption.
frontal assaults, and
And
lowered the
also
risk
that
of
is my
getting
assumption, like
injured. It's reassuring
maybe
to know that both of
one-
them are less likely to get hurt.
maybe one patch when we catch up,
That's
we'll
all
have
for the
one
new
regular
frame's
patch
data
of
analysis,
PGR,
Commandant.
and then the patch after that we will have
Great
the
work, everyone.
Devil May Cry
This
collab.
mission went smoothly, but the Science Council will be continuing these tests.
Two
a little
patches.
longer. Commandant, our next mission is to investigate.
Well,
recent
I mean, we
anomalies
are
inside
not
the
at this
Inver
patch
Hero
yet,
Tower.
but
While
let me
Pyroth
see. So if we
certainly
get
enhanced
this
my combat
patch,
capabilities,
the next
I still prefer
patch after
completing the
this,
test
so
before
we
we enter the
have
tower. That way,
uh,
I'd know I can protect you and
Lucia,
fight by your side if we
Nanami,
do
Yata
encounter
patch,
danger during the mission.
and then the patch after
Just like
that
we
will be
promised,
the
whatever the
Ishmael Lilith
challenges,
patch, assuming
will
we're
prevail
doing the
as long as we're
3232
together.
patch. And then the patch after that
From a time
will be
beyond the reach of memory.
Selena
The
Vera
Commandant
plus
is
one.
tormented by nightmares of futile
So yeah, I guess
escapes.
2 more patches after
Secrets
this
were
patch.
glimpsed from these encounters, and they create a path of sacrifice over and over again.
We have this patch,
Who are
the Ishmael
Do you
patch,
see
and
them
then
too?
the Selena patch.
The
So that's
worlds
like 3
beyond
patches.
this one.
Commandant.
Are you... It's okay. I'm here with you.
I will say this preview has a lot of zoom-ins on Lucia's face,
Commandant,
which
You're
I will
safe
admit
here.
the facial animations
please stay put. for now.
definitely a lot better
I'll be
than
right
it
back.
usually is.
We meet again. How many more times does your commandant need to die before you run out of keys?
For that, I'll have ended you.
Yeah, Jetta Vera. Yeah.
That hetero creature is part of Varniget's plan.
Commandant!
Stay away from
Liv will
it.
be replaced by Vera soon. Yeah.
As long as I'm near the tower, I can't possibly die.
So in the CN server, Vera was pretty much, her new frame was revealed, which is Fire Amplifier. And from what we've seen, she essentially plays like a mixture of
Right before you
Vera
and
Rosen
Lucy
and Vera
entered the
Garnet, which is
Inver
interesting.
Hetero Tower. Do you remember what happened afterward? No?
No.
Looks like the tower has done something to your memory. But don't worry, Nanami is here. Since there are missing pieces in your memory, let's see what we can find from a timeline where Lucia was there. Found it! Let's go!
Okay.
You ended up in the same place again. Lucia. Not even I am able to escape this loop. Killing me won't change anything.
The Commandant has made a decision. You should accept the outcome as it is.
You know, I was kind of a little bit confused with what was happening. I kind of had some idea because of like the fan translations of the cutscenes.
Then enter the fall.
So this is probably a story that I really gonna have to play because
Hetero creatures appearing in the Golden Age too.
it feels like they're going through time, and we died. So Lucy is going through time to try to undo it.
No,
but I don't know.
On the contrary, to stop it.
Stop it? With that incomplete key of yours? Hands over chaos. Or I can't guarantee the Commandant's life.
You won't have it your way, Agent Zero!
Go save the Commandant. I'm not going to get in the way of the loop.
When two fight, the third wins. This must be what it's like. And now.
I told you! You won't have it your way!
But this key of yours, how much longer can it last?
There's one thing I will say about Lucia Pyroth, her gameplay style. If you're having a little bit trouble with playing Wanshi, you might feel the same with Lucia. But I think Lucia's a little bit easier to play. More along the lines of Luna, maybe the new Luna. Just have to be careful with the sensitivity of her ultimate, because her ultimates. Ooh, he did. Like she has multiple ultimates, and it depends on music. Depends on how long you hold the ultimate button. How Luna's is very sensitive.
In the same place again. Lucia.
Ah. Then it repeats again. Liv worked far longer than any other unit. Liv? Oh yeah.
Has to become that butterfly.
She deserves her rest. Eh. Yeah, like I was confused. Like I was like thinking, is she stuck in a time loop? Like this is one of the chapters that I've been really looking forward to because like this cutscene got me very confused.
I ran every possible scenario in this timeline, Commandant, but humanity ends in turmoil every time, and you never get out of the tower. We're looking for an exception among all the futures. Perhaps in there lies humanity's last hope. Following this timeline should allow us to trace back to Lucia's reports on what happened inside the tower. Let's take a look.
This is the 12th rewind in the Inver Hetero Tower. According to previous experiences, you suffer a certain extent of memory loss on each rewind. So, allow me to explain what happened to catch you up to speed, Commandant.
Rewind.
After we entered the tower, we encountered Vonnegut and Cradle. And we discovered that Agent Zero is none other than Cradle herself. Agent Zero and Vonnegut had conflicting goals, and the meeting led to a three-way battle. Vonnegut pushed us out of the tower, and we ended up in Constellia in the past. Yet we found the Red Tide there, which shouldn't exist until much later. This must be Agent Zero's doing. We had encountered Agent Zero, Cradle, before, so Babylonia has sufficient data on her. Vonnegut, however, was the real problem.
New boss, of course.
We may have battled Vonnegut here and there, but he has never shown us any of his cards, until this point. Vonnegut is still inside.
I'm still kind of
the tower,
confused, like
and I've
how
documented his
time,
combat data on video.
like the time loop works.
For most of his attacks, Vonnegut used a gigantic cube, which covered a lot of ground. We'll need to constantly be on the move to dodge its attacks. We came close to defeating him several times, but he would then expand his nightmare domain. His attacks would suddenly become extremely deadly after taking just a few hits inside that area, enough to execute his foes. Not only that, but the tower also seemed to be affecting his psyche.
And in
as he
CN,
suddenly
it was
broke
at this
on a
point
berserk
where I wasn't
I
able
suggest
to
we steer
really
clear of him
keep
while
up
he's in this state.
with updates on CN as much.
That's all I have on Vonnegut for now. I'll keep
I
this
was
up.
able to get Lucia on CN,
The
but like I
situation
wasn't
here
able
in
to
the
do any
tower
of the
is
content.
really bad,
So,
and
which
the Commandant
ended up me having a
experienced
harder
memory
time
loss from her
getting
lies.
Nanami.
Hopefully Babylonia receives this intel as soon as possible and sends reinforcements. More hetero creatures are inbound, Commandant. We should get ready.
How are you doing, Commandant? Looks like this mission really backed you and Lucia into a corner. The path to hope isn't an easy one, is it? Even I lost track of how many simulations we've done already.
These scenes with Nanami, are
Have you ever
these
heard the
new?
story of the dragon
Did they make them
slaying hero?
specifically
After challenging
for
obstacles
the
and
other servers? Because I don't remember
unimaginable
seeing this on the
the
CN.
hero finally slayed the
streams.
dragon in the end. I trust that with Nanami, Commandant, and everyone working together, surely victory will be ours. What's more, this time there is a special guest who will help us. Hey, he's here! Communication connected. Commandant, let's meet him together.
Huh?
终于等到你们了。其实，指挥官，在这条时间线上，我见证了你们一路走来的点点滴滴。而今天，我从未来带来了一些重要的情报，希望能够帮助到你们，助你们一臂之力，让接下来的冒险更加的顺利。首先是研发系统的优化，
Research system
在本
optimization
次
for the
降
summoning
临角色
system.
研发池中，指挥官们抽取的 S 级角色时，只会获得当期 UP 的3个角色，不会再外出其他未 UP 的角色。不会再外出其他未 UP 时，只会
They will receive one of the 3 featured characters. Ah, okay.
获得当期 UP 的3个角色， 不会再外出其他位 up 的角色。
Non-featured character.
同时，在狙击武器研发中，选择定向武器后，最多只会有一次抽中其他6星武器的可能。若本次未能命中目标武器，下一次抽出的6星武器必为目标。
All right, yeah. So they changed the weapon banner because essentially, even though it's 80 to get the rate up weapon, you can still lose the banner multiple times. The most I've lost the weapon banner is twice in a row. So at least this one, it goes with the whole thing where if you lose the first one, the next one is guaranteed for the weapon.
武器，希望这些调整能够帮助到指挥官更好的去规划战斗资源，提升战力。此外，本次版本也为大家准备了丰富的福利活动。在版本的常规签到活动中，指挥官签到满足指定天数后，将免费获得布偶熊的全新泳装涂装。而在谁让悠游版本限定活动中，指挥官完成任务后也可以获。
So you get S rank Bianca and a bunch of summons for free. You just have to do certain logins, I think, and I think a few missions as well.
一个比昂卡的深痕机体
，yeah, completing missions.
在这个版本也有很多
and they're like easy missions, like use serum a certain number of times, do certain content.
王为逐星，指挥官在完成指定的玩法成就后，也有机会获得布里吉特的全新涂装异耀方程。以上就是在本次的全新旅程中，我们想要带给指挥官的一个情报。为了助力你们的旅程，我们还为70的新舰准备了一份补给礼包，希望它能为接下来的航行提供更多的支持。
I have both codes in the pinned comment.
这一片世界的结局尚未
or
注定，
if I
而
put
你的
this on
存在
YouTube
正是改
in the
变一切
description.
的起点。也许在不远的未来，这个世界能在你的引领下迈向
image looks like
全新的结
Siren
局。
from Azure Lane. The Bianca image. I mean, I can see that.
一路顺风。
As the singularity, perhaps the Commandant can change the future? Well, Commandant, let's move on and change the future together. The mysterious figure and the time-space parameters are all in this encrypted data box. Is this only detectable when Nanami is traveling with you? This data... Whoa! Are these about the upcoming coatings?
Yeah, this patch has a lot of
A new
coatings.
coating for Lucia. It's so sharp.
If you thought like the first integrated version was like one of the more expensive patches, this one will definitely outpace that one because like we have 3 patches worth of coatings and this one had more coatings.
Tiny! Is it for some kind of ceremony?
This is Lucia, the Grey Raven Captain. I'm at your service. Let's go, Commandant. We have much to do.
Lucia also gets a gacha coating in the future, so if you want to save for that one, I think that one is probably better. Especially if you're into the wedding outfit category of skins.
Let the lotus bloom! Rise and fly high! Gather Sunblaze!
The voice acting is a little bit
Keep
off.
fighting, till suffering's grip loosens its hold.
Look at those ribbons fly when she spins! When she activates her signature move, what's that? Whoa, look at the shiny badge on her coating! We have to make Lucia wear it again the next time we see her, Commandant. It's stunning. These are Han Ying and Luna swimsuit coatings? What's
Yeah,
with all the
Han Ying
swimsuits
gets another
lately?
coating.
Are we going swimming with
When she
Teddy
got
Sue?
one just last
What
patch,
about the
she
Commandant
immediately
swimsuit?
gets one this patch.
Nanami is
Another
tagging
one.
along if we're really going swimming. The ocean, the sunlight, the
Luna
Nanami
coding.
looks forward to more. Wow, look at how those sleeves fit right into Han Ying's dance moves.
Essentially, summer coatings.
And so many bubbles on Luna's. Such a cute hairband. Nanami wants one too. Watanabe here looks pretty different from
The Helsing. Helsing
with a crimson cape does fit his whole
coding
Forsaken
for
outfit.
Watanabe.
And there's another encrypted document. Let me see. Wait, a new coding for Elsa?
And yeah, a lot of people are waiting for this coding for Crimson Weave, so it's the gangster coding. And it is a gacha coding, so if you want to get it kind of for free, you can spend black cards, but yeah, that's like 17,500 black cards worth. But technically, you get 5,000 pulls 5,000 research tickets worth refunded to you, like 2,500 tickets, which is basically 110 pull for character banner and the 10 pull banner for a 10 pull for the weapon banner refunded back. So in essence, you're kind of it's kind of worth 12,500, but yeah, it's still quite pricey considering that like the other codings are like only 10,000 black cards. But with those other codings, I believe like you only get very minimal back in pulls. So, but still, as much as I really like this coding, I just have one concern with it. But let's see if it's apparent. If we'll see a preview for it.
I wonder what the story is. There's a video too.
Yep, there is a video. Okay. Crimson Weave, Tsubaki, Harlot Saga. Just take my money. Yeah. And I remember, man, like, this coding came out around the time Acheron, I think, I'm not sure if it's before or after Acheron, but like, it's interesting that they look so similar to each other. Yeah, and one of the concerns I have with the coding is that there are so many special effects, it kind of blocks your view. Like, you can sometimes lose the enemies. Especially for the smaller enemies, you kind of lose them in all of the effects. After Acheron, yeah. But like, it was surprising where two characters released in such short succession, and they look fairly similar to each other.
Apart from this, the mysterious figure also gave us a lot of intel. This should be enough for us to push through the rest of the simulation.
But yeah, it's like it's a really good coding. But yeah, like my concern was like like when I tried it in the CN server, the flashy effects were kind of distracting at times. But then again, it might just be skill issue on my part. We have the patch trailer.
This is Lucia, the Grey Raven captain. I'm at your service.
Lucia Pyroth.
Let's go, Commandant. We have much to do. Our promise is victory. Raven's light. Let the lotus bloom. Gather sunblaze. Severed night.
Hey, Brad.
Rise and fly high. Beyond the mist and the abyss.
Mission time already?
Oh, okay. That's interesting. They go straight into Yata, but they don't really explain much about her. Maybe later in the, like, maybe a bit later.
Don't get cocky.
So Yatta is a lightning A rank attacker.
An opening. This is our shot. I don't care who might this hit. Rise blossoms of dawn.
Let's blast off to
And of course, Nanami Star Trail.
to change destiny. To
So
protect
she
the ones
takes
I care about. Here
Vera Garnet's place as the lightning tank.
Take that.
So she has like a sword and shield form and then a charge blade form.
Ultimate attack.
Even more power. Let's keep it going. You're moving away now that I've come to you.
Depending on how many black cards I still have after the summons, I might try to get the Lucia coding. Crimson Weave coding.
More control over my power.
Performing with a new instrument requires more practice.
You want me to fight? Why don't you get carrying me?
Yeah, free coding for Teddy.
I'm an engineer.
Summer
Your
coding.
Omega core has been upgraded. It will last even longer now. I promise you, I'll never falter or let go of your hand until we reach the future we're fighting for.
And then another coding for Karenina Sire.
Happy to see you at all.
This coding looks really nice, but I think I'll stick with my with the idol coding.
Stop giving me trivial missions.
Tactics, teamwork. I still have much to learn if I want to become stronger. Practice is key.
Schoolgirl outfit for Yatta.
That is the true measure of Nanami.
Candy Rider. Coding for Nanami.
It's been a while, Commandant.
And Helsing
Or
for Watanabe.
The Forsaken's way.
Captain Bridget of the support force reporting in.
And Bridget's coding also free.
It's been a while, Commandant.
And then there will be a rerun for Solitary Dream for Bianca.
Bianca, the purifying
I think
force
this is like
captain.
the second
You'll get your
rerun.
service as always.
New content. Oh, this is gonna be quick. So the banners will be okay. So April 2, and then 3 days later, in April 5 will be Yatta, and then April 9, 4 days after Yatta. Yatta. Okay. Trial of Simulacrum. Use specific characters to unlock trials to conquer challenges. That's why, I remember when we had the Simulacrum content in Wua, I was like, where did I hear that name before? It's from here. Beginning Tundra. Let's see, Wreck-It Froggy, Class Reflection, Phantom Zone added. Ooh. And then normal gets a slight change. Abyssal Mountain Mines return. Magpie's Fortune. Cape of Thunder, Summer Anecdotes. A bunch of mini games. Amber Sea, participate in new limited modes, draw a lucky box, so you get a bunch of rewards from that. And then Wandering Waves, which is how you get a free copy of Bianca Stigmata. Cat Grab comes back, okay. And then we get 2 character leaps. One for Bianca Stigmata. And then we get one for Crimson Weave as well. Yes. There we go. So that's going to be a lot of resources to go through. So she, like, I will say I like Crimson Weave's leap more than Bianca's. Like, with Bianca, I rarely use the leap upgrade. Or at least the moveset that her leap upgrade is. But it's there. Oh, and this fight is interesting. The Yuka Saotome. Essentially, it's kill a kill. And this boss fight is interesting because it basically turns into a mirror fight. So you're basically using the boss to fight the boss. It's a very interesting fight. And then this is the boss against that Nanami fights. I never did this one. Falling Star. Corvus, CUB for Lucia. Bramble is for Yata. Or no, Nanami. Bramble is for Nanami. New Decker set. Oh, wait, new Guild Hall, new Decker sets. And then the research is changed. The construct research, normally you don't really worry about that one too much because most of the time you want to summon on the themed event banners. The arrival banners are mostly reruns, and that is the banners that have the 70-30% split, unlike the theme banners, which is guaranteed. So it's more an optimization for rerun characters, if anything. And then the weapon R&D got Hoyo-vised or whatever, where you still have like the 80-20 split, but before where you could lose multiple times in a row, now you can lose once and then the next one will be guaranteed. So that's pretty much the update. Then we have new scenes. These are Yata scene stages. And this one is the Nanami scene stages. Do not roll Arrival Anniversary has 100% and it's in 2 patches. Yeah, that's why, like, with Arrival, sure, it got an update, but I wouldn't really recommend enrolling on the Arrival banners. You stick with the themed banners and then the Anniversary banners. But yeah, we're getting closer and closer to catching up with the CN server, which has me very excited. Because I feel like the moment we catch up with CN, like, it will be like a matter of like very short time where maybe like 1 or 2 patches away from the DMC collab, which has me very excited. But yeah, like so for this patch, my plan, as much as I would like to get both Nanami and Lucia in this patch, my plan for this patch is to prioritize Lucia. If I get her early, great. That means I will be able to get Nanami. But my plan is I will prioritize Lucia, and then for Nanami, I will wait until the next patch, because the next patch, the regular banner, basically the blue R&D tickets, the S rank guarantee selector will be refreshed. So that means if you get an S rank in the regular banner, you can choose who it will be, and Nanami will be added to the banner roster in the Ishmael patch, which is also the patch where it refreshes the S rank guarantee. I've already used up my S rank guarantee. I did that for Luna, which is the same thing I did. Basically, I did not get Luna on her patch. I waited until she appeared on the regular banner, and then I got Luna using that. So essentially, I got like Han Ying, Wan Shi, and Luna all in this patch. So I'm gonna be doing the same thing with the Ishmael patch, where I will be getting Ishmael, Lilith, and Luna because of the regular S rank banner. But yeah, anyways, so we are expecting Shaper's Ripples in April 2. Very excited for that. Yatta is a free unit. You can get her from just doing the event. Whether I roll for the Crimson Weave gacha coding, it'll depend really on how many black cards I have. So, okay. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much the entire live stream. Yep, we've reached the end. And let's see, has there been any update on the beta server? No update yet. So I guess I won't be able to show it today, which is unfortunate. But the moment the beta server drops, probably maybe tomorrow, I'll start another stream. Wait, tomorrow. I feel like there's something happening tomorrow. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But anyways, so I make outro for the YouTube video. If I decide to upload this on YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye, YouTube.